Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Prasanjit Das, currently JR1 in the Department of Pharmacology, AIMS Kalyani, and I am back with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to discuss about Zotero. So it will be a Zotero basics tutorial. So without wasting any time further, let's get into today's video. So before we start the tutorial, like how to use Zotero, how to use it for referencing, then for doing in-text citation, for creating bibliography in Word, we need to know few things about Zotero. What is Zotero connector, and what is DOI? So Zotero is basically an open access, easy to use reference management tool that serves as your personal research assistant and helps you collect, then organize, cite, and share your research sources. So basically, it is a referencing tool. So it helps in collecting and storing the articles and then helping you out to do the in-text citation. And finally, it helps you to create a research paper. So basically, it helps in the process of writing a particular article. Then next is Zotero connector. So Zotero connector is nothing but a browser extension. So it is actually a extension of this Zotero, and it helps to transfer some of the files from the web browser, be it Google or Safari, into the Zotero. And I will be discussing how to use Zotero connector also. And before we learn how to use Zotero, we need to know one more term, that is the DOI. So DOI stands for Digital Object Identifier. So it is basically a string of numbers, letters, and symbols which is used to uniquely identify an article or document. So, in simple words, digital object identifier is very much similar to the roll number of a student who is applying for a particular exam. So, when a particular student is applying for an exam, so that time the enrollment number or the registration number or the roll number, that number serves as the unique identity of that particular individual. Similarly, digital object identifier is the unique identity number of any article which is present in this virtual world in different databases, be it in PubMed, be it in Embase, be it in Web of Science, or any other databases. So this DOI will help us to identify a particular article. It can be a scientific article, different articles related to different things. So this is about DOI. So with this, we are done with the basic terminologies. Now, whenever we are using Zotero, we have to first install Zotero, and we have to install the Zotero connector also. This Zotero can be easily installed by going to the web browser. You can directly type in Zotero and you can install it. Then you can run it. Then following that, Zotero connector can be also be downloaded, and it can be present in the form of a Chrome extension, as you can see here. When you open the Google Chrome, like when you're suppose opening a web browser like Google Chrome, I have already installed the Zotero connector. So here you can see that Z thing. So this is basically the icon for the Zotero connector. So whenever we are using Zotero, what we have to do is we have to keep the Zotero app open in the background alongside the web browser where we are searching particular articles, or from where we want to import the articles into Zotero. So let's see the interface of Zotero. So once we click onto this icon, that is that I have already installed Zotero. So you will be directed to this particular interface. You have to create a Zotero account also, so that you can use the facility, that is the facility of actually creating group libraries, which I will be discussing in the later part of this discussion. So if you have a Zotero account, you have the utility of the group libraries. So this is the interface, and here you can see the plus icon and the one which is used for adding the items with the help of the identifier. So these are the two icons which we will be using frequently. Then we have the file option, edit option, view, etc. And on this side, these are actually blurred because these are some of the studies in which I am already a part of. This is basically one or two studies, but I have made several folders out of it. So this is the interface. So whenever you are doing a particular study, let us take an example. Suppose if we are thinking of writing some article or doing some research on a topic which is like obesity. So in that case, what we will do is we will go to this new collection option, then we'll click on it, and then we will make a new file. So here I am typing one dot obesity, and then click on OK button. So what happens is a particular folder is being created. I have named it as one dot obesity because this will keep this file at the top. So it will be easier for you to understand. And if we are doing some studies, like we are doing several studies. We are doing different studies, like some study on obesity, then we are doing some study on hypertension, some study on diabetes. In that case, what I would suggest is you create separate folders, that is one for obesity, one for hypertension, one for diabetes, and so on, and add the particular articles which are pertaining to the topic into that folder only. So this will help you to keep the articles in a very organized way, and it will be very easy for you to actually retrieve those articles once you are done with collecting the articles. So this is how do you create new folders. Then under the folders you can create subfolders also. So here you can see, when I am clicking on it, that is you click, that is you do the right click, and then you will click on new subcollection. So once you click on new subcollection, then again you will get this dialog box, and in this, suppose we write as obesity trials. So now you can see under obesity, we are having obesity trials. So we can add all the articles under this obesity also, or we can add separately the trials in obesity trials. Then we can make another folder like obesity observational studies and so on. So we can even create some sub collections. Then all these sub collections can be renamed. It can be deleted. Then the main collection can be also renamed. It can be deleted. Now coming to how to import the articles from web browser. So first we will open any browser. Let us take an example of Google Chrome. Now in this we want to search for the articles of obesity. So here we will be looking for one database, that is PubMed, because it is freely available and everyone is having access to it. Apart from the other databases like Embase, then Web of Science, Cochrane, because these are the databases which can be actually accessed with the help of some institutional IDs only. And if your institution is actually having the access to these databases, then only you can go through it. But PubMed is available for all. So we will take the example of PubMed database, and then we'll click on enter. Then next thing is we click on this PubMed. So we will get this search option. Then we click on the search option. If you want, you can go to the advanced search option. But for this tutorial, since we are actually discussing about Zotero, I don't think we need to go to advanced. We can directly search for the term which we want. Like here we are searching for obesity. So I will be typing in the term, that is obesity, and then click on enter. So here you can see about 4,81,200 results have come. And in this, you can select the different filters. You can either take most recent one, or you can take according to the publication date, according to the first order, according to the journal in which that particular article is published. So here I will be selecting best match. So in this, we are having these many articles. The order of the articles is in this way. So suppose if we want to see the first article, that is obesity and hypertension. So we will click on it, and then this article opens, so you can get the full test link that is in elsewhere for this particular article. Now here comes the role of DOI. So suppose if we want this article to be stored in our Zotero database, that is we are going to use the information present in this article in our research paper. So what we can do is we can do it by two different ways. First is what we can do, we can just copy this DOI. Okay, and after copying this DOI, we will go to Zotero, and we have already created a folder that is obesity. So in this we will be clicking on this icon, that is add items by identifier. So now here you can see it is showing enter DOI, or you can enter the PMID, that is the PubMed ID, and there is one more ID, that is the PubMed Central ID, which is actually not supported here. So here only we are having this DOI and PMIDs, and apart from that other IDs like ISBNs also. So since we have copied the DOI, we will just paste it here, and then we will click on the enter button. Now you can see it is searching for that particular article, and there you go. So this is the article, that is obesity and hypertension, written by Ceravale and Grassi in the year 2017. It was being published. So now we have this article in Zotero. Now the same article we can download from the Chrome, but in a different way. Next is this PMID. As I've already mentioned, now we can take the PMID also. So let's copy the PMID and let's see what happens. So first we will copy the PMID, that is Control C. Then let's go to Zotero. Again, we will go to this icon, that is add items by identifier. We will click on it. Then we will paste the PMID and then click on enter. So with this also we can search the same article. Now you can see the same article is again uploaded here in Zotero, in the database of Zotero. Now, so these are the two different ways. One is by using DOI, the other one is by using PMID. Similarly, you will get DOIs for all the different articles which are present in different databases like Embase, Web of Science, Cochrane, Scopus, Sina, and all the sorts of database. So this DOI will help you to actually import the articles from the web browser into the Zotero. Now, one more method by which you can actually import the article into Zotero is that with the help of Zotero connector. As I have already mentioned, in the top right corner, you can see it was actually Z earlier, but now it has changed to a file format. Doesn't matter, but it, because both the times it is the same thing, it is Zotero only. So if we click on this, what happens is we are having the obesity folder. So under this obesity folder, we can save the obesity and hypertension article that is in the form of snapshot. And what we will do is just we will click on enter. So now you can see again the same article is imported in Zotero, but this time it is in the form of a snapshot. So this Zotero connector comes in handy when we want to take a particular website page, not an article, but a particular website page. That is the time when Zotero connector comes in handy. So this can be also done, but since we are getting the entire article, actually, if we look on for the PDF for this, we can get the PDF also later on. So I would recommend you guys to use the DOI method until and unless if it is not possible with the DOI or the PMID method, then only you go for this Zotero connector method. But Zotero connector method is also having its applications, which I will be discussing later. But for these type of studies, it is better you go by DOI because you are having the DOI. If not DOI, then you are having the PMID. Go with either of those. Now, next thing. Suppose we are searching obesity. So I have already searched obesity as per the previous query, and we got these many results. Now we want to actually import several articles. Okay, so we want this article also, we want this article, we want this article. So of three, these three, we want these three articles. So instead of actually opening one of the each of the articles one by one and copying the DOI for all the articles one by one, what we can do is we can directly select the three articles together, that is by checking on the boxes, and then what we can do is we can click on send to citation manager. So here you can see the different types of selection. So first, here you are having the from the drop down list selection 3, that is the three articles which we have selected. Or we can also do the articles which are present on this particular page, means a total of 4 lakh results are found, but not the entire result will be present in this page. So all the results on this page we can actually import them, or we can actually import all the entire results, like the entire result we can import, that is all the 4 lakh results together. But that is usually not possible because for importing there is a limit of about some 10,000 or something like that. Let's check it. So we'll click on all results and let's see. Okay, so only the first 10,000 citations will be saved in your file. So we'll just go back and we'll take the selection 3, that is the three articles which we have selected, and then we will click on create file. So now you can see the file is being downloaded in the form of NBIB format. So we will go to downloads. So in our download section, we can see this NBIB file. So now our purpose will be to import this NBIB file into the Zotero. So we will go to Zotero and we are already in the obesity folder. Now the next thing is what we will do is we will click on file, then we will click on import, then we will click next, then we will get the different folders which are present in our computer, like in our PC, there are different areas. So we know this is the one which we have just downloaded from the browser. So we'll click on it, then we will click open, then click next. So now it is importing. So as you can see, now three items were imported. So it will be usually imported as a separate folder, but nothing to worry about it because we can select all these together. Like we will click on it and we will click Control A, and then we can click it. Click on the add to collection button. So when we click to add to collection button, we are getting this option, that is one dot obesity, which is our folder. So we are going to click on this, and then under this we'll click on first one dot obesity. Now what you can see is one dot obesity, you can see other articles also. So in this way you can get the articles, all the three articles together. Then later on you can delete the one which you have downloaded first, which is actually downloaded as a separate folder. You can delete that also, so that doesn't matter. Then next thing is you can do this for actually transporting a large number of articles from the browser to Zotero. Then let's go to the next point. Next is suppose if we want to actually cite some PDFs, because in Zotero, what we can do is we can import PDFs, we can also import snapshots of a particular website, we can import articles, and all this can be cited down in the form of in-text citation while we are writing a particular article by connecting Zotero to the Word, that is MS Word. So what we will do is now we will search for one PDF related to obesity. So I have already copied the text which we want to search for. So I'll just paste it down here, that is obesity guidelines PDF. Now let's see, we all these are actually the link to some PDF. So let's see this American Association of Clinical Endocrinology. So we'll just click on it, and now you can see that the PDF is opening. Okay, so what we will do is we will download this PDF. Okay, so we'll download it in the download section. We'll go to downloads. This is final appendix. Okay, and then we will save it. Now, how to get this PDF in Zotero? So we'll go to Zotero again. Then next, we will after going to Zotero, what we will do is we will click on this plus icon. That is the new item option. We will click on new item, then go to link to file. So in this, we will search for that particular PDF which we have downloaded just now. So as you can see that here, this is final appendix. This is the one which we have just downloaded right now. So we'll click on it and we will open it. So now you can see that that particular PDF, that is final appendix, is being imported into the folder, that is one.obesity. And next thing what we have to do is we have to click on it, that is, and we have to actually retrieve the metadata. But since I have already done other files, like I have already transported some of the files, PDF files in which metadata was there, and I have retrieved the metadata. So the Zotero is actually working in such a way, whenever, that is, whenever you are importing a particular PDF, it will automatically search for the metadata. So what we have to do is, just in case in this we already got the metadata, the Zotero has retrieved the metadata by itself, that is American Association of Clinical Endocrinologists and American College of Endocrinology, Garvey et al. In the year 2016. So this is the one which we can use for the citation purpose, not this PDF one. So just in case if we don't get this thing automatically, then what we have to do is we will click on this PDF, that is we will right click on it, and then there will be an option called retrieve metadata. Right now it is not shown because already the metadata is being retrieved, but in case it is not done automatically, then we will right click on it and you will get an option called as retrieve metadata. Click on that retrieve metadata and then you will get this particular reference, that is this Garvey et al. This is the one which is the retrieve metadata, and then you can cite this one, not the PDF. PDF cannot be cited, you can cite this particular one. Okay, so this is how you actually import PDF, and then later on you can cite it in Word. I will be showing how to cite it, that is in-text citation. Now coming to the next one. Suppose now you want to actually cite some of the news or some of the website information, like anything which is related to a particular website, like be the FDA site, that is US FDA site, or like WHO ICMR site, or anything like that. In that case, suppose I am thinking of searching about some news related to obesity. So I will be just copying the term, that is obesity news, and let's click on enter. So here you can see different news articles. So in this, we can search for any of the articles. Like this is the article, suppose this is obesity news, articles and research. So I will just click on it. Let's see what pops up. So we'll click on this and then you can see this particular site. Okay. So this is a particular news article for the topic of obesity. And suppose if you want to cite this thing, that is you want to transfer, first you will have to transfer it into Zotero. So here comes the major use of Zotero connector. As you can see here on the top right corner, just click on the Zotero connector icon, and now you can see that there is a drop down in which one.obesity is already selected. One.obesity is the folder in which we are saving all the articles related to obesity. So the folder is already selected. If suppose if it was not obesity, one.obesity, some other folder, then we will click on the arrow here. As you can see here, this arrow, and then we will select one.obesity as the destination folder. And now you can see under this we are having obesity news, articles and research, and the snapshot is ready. Till now it was not ready, it was faded. Now you can see it is clear, so it means the snapshot is ready. Now you can click on enter. So what happens now is in Zotero, when you go to Zotero and you go to your folder, that is one.obesity, you can see there is obesity news articles and research. And when you click on this side arrow, you can see the snapshot is being saved here. So now you can easily cite this in your text when you're writing your article. In that, you can do the in-text citation very easily. So right now, I have already explained like how to import the articles into a particular folder. Now the next thing will be to cite these articles when we are writing the research paper. So let's go into a Word document. So now how do we go about doing the in-text citation? So suppose I'm taking this statement, that is overweight and obesity are defined by WHO as abnormal or excessive fat accumulation that presents a risk to an individual's health. So let's copy this, and then we are actually mentioning this in our article also. So we cannot actually directly copy paste the information which we get from other articles. We need to paraphrase it, because in that case it will be a case of plagiarism, or that is we are copying someone else content. But there are exceptions when we can directly copy and paste. That is in case of some of the standard definitions, like let us take an example of definition of adverse drug reaction. There is a particular definition for adverse drug reaction, and we cannot change that. Then in case of some of the data, like some of the particular incidence rate of particular disease, that also we cannot change. But the other things which are not related to this, we can actually paraphrase them so as to prevent the plagiarism. So now for the time sake, I'm not mentioning about how to remove the plagiarism or anything like that. I'm just simply copying that particular statement here. So the article which we have referred here is this one. So this is that news article which we have already taken. Now what we will do is we will come to Word, and we can do the referencing. So here you can see on the top there is an option of Zotero. So we'll go to Zotero, then click on add or edit citation. So after clicking on add or edit citation, we will be given a particular dialog box where we will be asked what type of referencing I want to do. So what type of referencing means we can have different types of referencing style. So we can have Vancouver style, then we can have American Medical Association 11th edition, then American Psychological Association 7th edition, 6th, 7th edition. So all these can be done, but for the sake of this example, we will be going by Vancouver style, because in most of the academic purposes, Vancouver style is the preferred referencing style. So we'll click on Vancouver, then we will click on OK. Now we will get this search box. So in this search box, we are going to type the title of the article which we want to cite here. So we'll just go back and we'll see what is the title of the article. So the title of the article is Obesity News Articles and Research. So let's click it here. Let's click on the citation again, and then let's click on add and edit citation. Obesity news. Let's see what comes up. So here you can see, after searching for some time, Zotero has automatically detected that particular article, that is obesity news article and research. Now what we'll do is we will click on it and we will click enter. So this is the first reference, that is the first in-text citation of our present article, the article which we are writing. And in Vancouver style, we always have to put the reference before the punctuation. So before the full stop or before the comma, we have to put the citation. Now, next thing, suppose if we want to add some other citation also along with it, that is the sentence which we have written, it is actually obtained from two different references. So let's take an example. Suppose we are having other references, like we are having human against obesity, who will win. So we are having Caballero, that is the author is Caballero, and it was published in the year 2019. So let's cite this also, like we are going to add this also. So let's go back to the Word document. Then we keeping the cursor here. Then we will click on add or edit citation. So one citation is already there. So now we will search by the author name. So we can search by the author name also. We can search by the title name also. Let's search by author name, Caballero. So Zotero is searching for the articles in which the author is Cavallero. So I have many other articles also in the database. So let's see which are the articles. So here you can see so many articles have popped up, but on the top is humans against obesity, who will win. So this was the article which we wanted to cite. That is by Caballero 2019. That is year of publishing it. So we'll click on it. Now when we click enter, the first reference and the second reference both will be coming together. Just see this. Yes. So now you can see this 1 comma 2. So there are two references for this particular statement. So like this, we can do referencing for a particular statement. We can add more than two Like you can add 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, as many references as possible, and it will be changing like that. Now, suppose if you want to add the third reference, then again you have to click on add or edit citation, and then write the title name, or you can write the author name. By that, you can sort out, then you will get the drop down in that you select it and click on enter. So this was one thing about how you do the in-text citation. Now suppose if we are adding another text, let us assume that we are adding some text like obesity is an independent risk factor of something. Let's assume something. So this is the statement. Now we have obtained this statement, or like we have paraphrased it from a particular article. So next, we if we want to add that particular article, so let us assume that we obtain this statement from this one, this article, that is obesity and hypertension. That is obesity and hypertension, written by Saraville and Grassi. That is in year 2017. So what we will do is we will come to the Word document again, then click on Add or Edit Citation, then obesity and hypertension. So now Zotero is searching for obesity and hypertension, the articles which contain the title name as obesity and hypertension. So we have the different options here. Now the first one is the one which we obtained by Zotero connector. That is the snapshot version, but we don't want that because we are actually having the main article. So we can just directly click on this one, that is Serval and Grassi. Just click on it and then click enter. So now you can see it is the third reference. So it is very easy to use Zotero and do the referencing. That is, it automatically numbers it and you don't have to worry about the number order. That is, you don't have to worry about the sequence. Now there is an interesting thing. Let's add one more sentence, something like this. We will type some random thing, and we will add another reference. So let's go here. Let's select some another reference. Suppose if we want to take this one, obesity phenotypes, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease, we'll copy the PMID directly from here. We are actually not opening it, just directly we can copy it now, because for the sake of this tutorial, I am doing it. I am not studying it actually. So let's copy it and then enter. Okay, so this is written by Pitch et al. In the year 2020. We have this particular article. Suppose if we want to cite this now, that is obesity phenotypes, diabetes, and cardiovascular diseases. So we'll just copy it from here, the title. Then let's go to the Word document. Suppose this, assume that this is a statement which we obtained from that particular article. Now let's add a citation. Just press Control V here because we have already copied the title. Now Zotero is searching for this particular article. We found the article, that is BJTL 2020. Just click on it and then click enter. So now this is the fourth reference, as we can see here. Now, and another method which you can use for actually adding the reference, that is first delete. We will delete this reference. Okay. So now there is no reference. Now again we will click on add or edit citation. Now instead of searching it here, we will go and we will click on this Z icon and we'll click on classic view. So in classic view, what is the advantage is that suppose the particular folder in which we are working, we will get all the articles which are stored in that particular folder in the order. Now from here, we can directly click on that particular article, that is in the first one, that is here you can see obesity phenotypes, diabetes, and cardiovascular. This is the article which we were thinking of citing here, right? So we will just directly click here and we will click OK. So basically the advantage of using this method is that we will actually get all the articles in our particular folder. Okay, so when we click on add to the citation, click on add citation. Suppose we want to add some citation here. Let's add some text here. Then we click on add citation. Again, we will go to the classic view. So here we get all the articles which are present in our particular obesity folder. Then we have other folders also. That is the projects in which I am working separately. So now suppose if we want to uh, actually add this one, that is the hematologic consequences of obesity, just click on it and then click on OK. So the advantage is that you are getting all the articles in your folder and you can add it. But either way is it's useful. That is, you can go either by the classic view method or you can also go by the normal search method. Like this is the normal search method and the other one is the classic view method. So you can go by any of these methods. Both have got their own advantages. Suppose if you have a folder in which you are having so many files. So if you go by classic view method in that case, then it will be difficult for you to search that particular article. So in that case, what you have to do is you have to go by the search box method, directly type in the title, then you will easily get the article. And suppose if you have less number of articles, that is less number of articles in the folder, then in that case you can open all the articles together and then you can search in that and you can easily get it. Then there will be no point of doing copying and pasting the title. So this is how you add the citations. Then next thing is how to add the bibliography. So once you are done with the citation, then you reach the end of the page, then click on add or edit bibliography. So once you reach the end of the page, then click on add or edit bibliography, and there you go. This is the bibliography for all the references, all the in-text citation. That is basically the references. So here you can see total 5 in-text citations we are having. So here we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the bibliography. So you don't have to do the bibliography by yourself. Zotero is going to do it for you automatically. So this is such a useful tool. It will save a lot of time for you. Now, suppose if you are actually you have started writing the paper and you have actually not added these 3 references, only first and second references you have added. Then also you can actually do the add or edit bibliography option. Let's see one more example. Suppose if we are adding some other text and then we are looking for some another article. Let us say this one, obesity as a disease, no lightweight matter. So we have the PMID here. We'll copy this PMID and then we'll paste it here. So this is the new article that is by Conway and Rennie in the year 24. So now suppose if we want to add this one, okay. So what we'll do is we'll click here in the title. We'll just copy it. Then let's go to the Word document. Suppose here you want to add the reference. Then what we'll do is add or edit citation. Then copy that particular title. Then we get this particular article. Just select it. Click on enter. So what happened is now we are having the 6th in-text citation. So do you think we will have to add the particular reference in the bibliography for this 6th citation? No, we don't have to do that because Zotero has got a program in which it automatically adds the 6th reference in the bibliography. So see, such a comfortable and such a easy to use tool. Like whenever you add a new citation, it also adds that citation. One thing is it adds the in-text citation and it also adds the reference in the bibliography also. So you don't have to think about changing the bibliography or anything like that. And now, suppose you have added 6 in-text citations. Then, after some review with your guide, or like later on, you went through the paper and you felt that this 4th citation, this is actually not that useful, and you don't want this sentence at all. Okay, so in that case, when you are removing this sentence, you will have to remove this reference also. So just simply click near the reference, like on the, and then just how we delete normally the text, just click backspace once and then backspace. So now this reference is deleted. Now you can see that the order of the in-text citation is disturbed because it is like 1, 2, 3 and then 5, 6. So here in this case, now when you go to the bibliography, you can see already the 4th one which we have deleted is still present in the bibliography. But you don't have to worry now. What you have to do in such cases, when you delete one particular in-text citation, the next thing is go to the next in-text citation. Click on that next in-text citation, then again click on add or edit citation. Now here you can see this 5th one, that is by pitch it was there already. Just press one enter and you can see the magic. See, the 5 has converted to 4 and the 6th in-text citation has converted to the 5th in-text citation. And now let's go to the bibliography. Let's see whether in bibliography we are having 6 or whether we are having 5 references now. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that reference is already out. So with this, you can add or you can delete any in-text citation, and along with that, automatically that particular in-text citations reference will be added or deleted from the bibliography. So this is the advantage of using Zotero. And one important thing which is actually even a better thing about Zotero is that suppose we have actually written a particular paper and our referencing style is what? Vancouver style. We are doing in Vancouver style. Now we want to send this paper to a particular journal where the referencing style is not Vancouver style, and they have asked us to do the referencing in some another referencing style. So in that case, now you will think that we have to change everything to that particular referencing style, but you don't have to worry. In this case also, Zotero is going to do the work. What we'll do is we will just go to document preferences. Then in this, we are going to select the particular referencing style which is being asked by that particular journal. So suppose they are asking us to do the referencing in American Psychological Association style. So we'll just click on it, then click OK. Now let's see the magic. There you go. Now you can see all the references have changed, and all the in-text citation has also changed to that particular referencing style. So this 1 2 is changed to the name of authors and the year of publication. Then you can see the references have also changed into that particular, that is American Psychological Association referencing style. Now if you want it to be converted back into Vancouver style, again you can go to the document preferences, and then you can go to Vancouver, then you can just click on Vancouver and then click on OK. Now you can see it is back to the Vancouver style. So you can change between different referencing styles also with the help of Zotero. So this was about how you add the in-text citation, how you delete in-text citation, how you add the bibliography. My advice would be, like, whenever you're writing a particular article, first put the in-text citation, and at the end only you can actually think of doing the bibliography, because I think that is better, because in that way you will be having an idea like how many citations you have added so far, and is it corresponding to the bibliography or not. Although Zotero will not be doing any mistake, but I think that is even an easier method to do the citation and referencing. So that is my personal take on it, but you can do it in the other way also, that is you can start adding the bibliography from the first reference itself. So this was about how you use the Zotero. This is for one single individual. Now this Zotero has got another utility option, that is the group feature. So what is the group feature? Group feature means when you are working on a particular project along with your friends. Suppose that a group of 2 3 individuals are working on a particular project, and then in that case, what you will do? Everyone will be searching some of the articles, and whichever articles they are finding useful, they will try to include in one particular folder. So in that case, what we will do is we will make a separate group library, that is the group option of the group library, in which all the individuals will be adding their articles, the articles which they find relevant. So how to do that? We will go and click on this option, that is the new library option. Click on new library option, then click on new group. So then you will be directed to this particular page, in which the use is of the Zotero account. Okay, so the Zotero account is basically the account which I already told you. Like whenever you are using Zotero, just make an account. So suppose if you are not having a Zotero account and you are just using Zotero directly without creating an account, then in that case you will have to register for it for a free account. And suppose if you have already got a Zotero account, then just place that email ID here. So this is my email. So here I will just place my email ID and type in my password, and then click on login to Zotero. So now you will be directed to this page. Then here you can see create a new group. Okay, and after clicking on creating a new group, then let's type in the name of the group. So suppose if we have one group here, like let's say we are selecting obesity research. Okay, so we are searching for obesity research. Then next thing is we will have to select the type of membership for the different group members. Okay, so in this, what I would ask you to do is, usually you have to select the private membership, because in this only the members to whom you are sending the invitation to join your particular group will be actually accessing the group and the library. So if you keep it public closed membership or public open membership, then any other individual can also be your group, which you don't want to do. So you have to select choose private membership and then start creating the group by clicking on create group. So now you will be asked several questions. First is the group type, which we have already selected as private. Then library reading, you should allow all the group members to allow to read that particular library. Then in that case, next is the library editing. So all the group members should be allowed to edit the library. Then only they can add the new articles, or they can actually delete the articles. If you don't allow them, then only the admin will be able to add or edit the articles. Next is file editing also for all the group members. Then save the settings. Click on save settings. Then next thing is go to the member settings, in which Now you can see that I have created this, so my role is being assigned as owner. Now I will be actually sending the invitations to other individuals. That is, you will have to click on this and then you will have to type in the email address of your group members whom you want to take in to this particular project. So let's type one random email address and then click on invite member. So when you click on this, they will get a particular mail of joining this particular Zotero group library, and they will have to accept it, and then they will also become a part of this particular group. Now you click on invite members. So now you can see I have invited an individual already. Here I am inviting myself only with another email ID. So now you can also cancel this invitation, but we want the people to be part of this group, so we are not going to cancel this invitation. Now let's go back to Zotero. So we have created the group, we have added a member. So now it is a group of two individuals. Okay. Now this is the Zotero. Let's close it once and then let's open Zotero once again, like opening the Zotero app once again to see the change. So I clicked on it. So now when you go down, that is you are scrolling downwards, that is the group library. So here I am having several other group libraries. That is because of the projects in which I am already a part of. You can see one new library which is being created here is the obesity research. So this is the library which we have created. Now this will be present for all the individuals who are the part of this group. That is the individual whom I have sent the invitation and that person has accepted it. So that person can also add the articles in this library and I can also add the article in this library. Suppose if we want to add all these articles in this obesity research, we'll just click on it. Then we will click right, or that is we will do the right click and then we can create a new collection. Under that we can write obesity new, something like that, and click on enter. Then we can start adding the articles directly into this, and the other person can also start adding articles directly into this. Now since we have already done this work, like I have started doing the work, and the person who is a part of my group, he has actually not, he or she has not yet started. So what we will do is, since I have already done this, so I will just click on it. So I will just right click and select all the articles, and then I will do a right click, and then I will do export items. Okay. So what happens is all these articles which I have stored in my personal folder will be exported. So this is the exported items in the form of RIS. Okay. This is the RIS is the file format. Let's save it. Now we'll go to obesity research again, obesity new. And here what we'll do is we will import that particular RIS. Let's go to next. So this is the exported item. This is the item exported articles which we have just right now we exported it out. Just click on it, then click open, then click next, and there you go. So you have all the exported items here. Just move it to obesity new. So under obesity new you are having this exported items. So your work is done. Now the other individual can add the articles here, or else you can directly start adding articles to this obesity research folder. That is the new library which we have created. Next thing is how to get the PDFs. So let's go back to our article. So you can do it in the group library also. Suppose here you can see for these two articles already the Zotero has found the full text, that is the PDF. Here you can see the PDF symbol. But our task is that we have to find whether the other articles, for the other articles, can we access the full PDF. So what we will do is we'll click on one particular article, then we will select all by clicking on Control A, then do a right click and then click on find available PDFs. Then Zotero will start finding the PDFs which are available for all these articles which we have imported from the browser. Now it is being now the processing is occurring.
Few moments later.
Okay, so after running the search, we found that for these four articles we cannot get the full PDF, but two PDFs were found extra. So we'll just close it. Now you can see the first article. For that we were actually not having the PDF. Now we can see the PDF sign, so we can get the full text for this article also, and also this Purdy and Shadzel. For this also we were not having the PDF sign earlier, but now we are having the PDF sign. So apart from these four, all other articles it is difficult to get the PDF. Then in that case we will have to either go to the site again and then we have to find the full text, but we cannot get it by Zotero now. So with this you can get all the available PDFs also, and to access that particular PDF you will have to click on this arrow, then you will get the full text option. Just click on the full text option, then double click it, and then you get the PDF. So you can read the PDF also from here. Then you can again go back also. You can close this. Suppose if you want to read another PDF, suppose this article, then click on this, then click on this full text item, and then do the double click, and then you will get this article also. Then you can read this article also. So with this you can access all the articles which are having the full text material. So with this you can get the PDFs and you can get the information regarding that particular article. So all the articles will be in your reach with the help of Zotero. So this was about the basic tutorial of Zotero, like how to use it for doing the in-text citation, how to use it for doing the bibliography, how to create the Zotero group library, then how to import and export the files, then how to delete the files. You can delete the files also. Like suppose if you want to delete a particular file, I will show you. Like just click on it. Then for permanently deleting it, you can press shift delete, or just for deleting it from this particular collection, then just click on it and then click move the item to trash, so it will be moved to trash. So this is a way of deleting it. And whenever you want to send this particular collection, suppose if you want to send this particular collection to a friend who is not a part of your group and is asking you for the RIS, so what you will do is just you will just click on one particular article and then select all by control A, then you will click on the export items option, then you will get the RIS format of this in the download folders. Then you can directly mail it to your friend, or you can just send it via other methods like USB, like pen drives and all. And that person can import it into that person's file. Like suppose, let's see, I will export this item, click on OK, exported item. Now, suppose if we want to add it, okay, let's we are having one more folder here, one. So now we will click on file, then we will click on import now. Okay, like now I'm playing the role of the friend to whom I have sent this exported files. Okay, so I'll click on next. Then this is the one which I have sent to my friend. So my friend will be clicking on it and then open and then next. So all the files will be imported in his or her Zotero's particular folder, that is exported items. It will be found as an exported items. We'll just take it and we'll place it under one. With this, we get all the articles under that particular one folder. That is the folder which is created by our friend now. So this was the way how you can import and export the articles all together in the form of RIS format, and how you export the articles from the web browser to the Zotero, how you do the in-text citation, and how you write the bibliography, and how you delete and how you add new citations, and how it affects the bibliography. And Zotero does it automatically. So with this, your referencing and the in-text citation capacity will increase drastically. So I hope it was a useful video for you guys. This might help you in writing your research article. So with this I would like to end this video, and if you like my content, please do like, share, subscribe, comment, and also press the bell icon so as to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you guys.